And we're live. So today, guys, we have a one-on-one podcast with our interview, if you will, with none other Doc Chris Martin. He's been on Hard to Kill a few times now. We've called, I think, we've done two or three calls, right?
Yeah, I think I've been on two. Yeah.
Okay, so we're finally putting a face to a name. Uh,
How y'all doing?
where Tell him where you live in. Tell him how's the weather out there, guy. You still getting smoked by snow or what?
Oh no, we only got a little bit of snow. It's just colder than shit.
Where exactly are you again for the listeners?
Colorado Springs,
Colorado
Colorado.
Springs. Okay. All right. So how you feeling out there, brother? How we doing?
Doing pretty good, man. Just yeah, like I said, it's just been cold. Like it's kind of that weather where you're like, I don't want to go out and do nothing, but you
No, I
got to
hear
go
that.
out and do stuff.
That weather kind of drains the soul out of you.
Oh yeah, dude. That cold that just cuts through you.
Yeah,
It's yeah,
absolutely.
ain't fun, dude.
Were you
Ain't fun.
anywhere in the military that was similar climate to that?
Afghanistan for
Yeah,
sure.
I was actually saying today, not a lot of people realize it gets cold out there, bro.
Oh, it gets bad cold, dude.
I'm
Like
curious, you think that's just because we were in heat all day that when the temperature drops to anything below 60, you're just dying?
nah, I mean, I guess maybe,
I
but
mean, it
yeah,
got to like what, 30, 20 degrees?
yeah, and I mean, I'm a Colorado boy, I'm a mountain boy, so but I was also living in California and all these other nice places and shit. So it's like I got a little too used to the flip flop weather, and then it was like, well, I guess when I went to Bridgeport, cold weather training and mountain medicine and all that, that was
So what did cold weather training consist of?
a lot of humps, stupid, but yeah, just it was trying to acclimate you to that cold
So
weather, and
basically leaving you outside all day so
yeah,
that
pretty
cold
much.
just seeps through your blood.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then what? Staying warm at night?
Trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So something I was thinking about today because the VA's been calling me. I've been procrastinating like a motherfucker on this. But have you put your list on the burn pit register?
Yes, I did.
You did. Good.
Yeah.
I got to do that too. As you know, we had many a fire out there.
Yeah. Just a few.
Just a few. Burned a
Just,
few things out there.
just a couple.
When that
Believe
first
me.
came up, dude, I was like, oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, like even like down in Marsa, man, it freaking you know, like our little burn pit where we're burning the fucking wag bags and everything
Yep.
was right there. It wasn't
Why don't
like
you why don't you
when
educate the people on a wag bag, my friend?
it's basically a Ziploc bag you poop in. That's the
Kind of it
best way
kind
to
of
put
it kind of gets
it.
to a competition after a little while, dude.
Doesn't it though?
You know? Remember Cervantes, dude? You always thought he had the heaviest shits.
Yeah, fuck, I don't know,
You
man.
got to stay busy out there, bro. Anything helps.
Yep, yep.
So wag bag, they basically give you this. It's like three bags in one. So it's a little black package, and they give you a bag to shit in, a bag to put the bag that you shit in, and then they give you like a little powder to put in the bag,
That's supposed to, break up all the contaminant or
yep,
the contents of the bag.
if you will
Yeah.
be so bold. Well, yeah, that's how America's finest fighting forces digest, if you will,
Yep. Hey,
the
it's better than
contents of
having to
an
dig a
MRE through the human body.
it's better than have to dig a hole,
Yeah,
dig a hole and shit in
cat
that
hole
and
or
then
straddle trench. So what was your favorite MRE?
oh come on, man. I'm sure a lot of these guys will agree. Fucking chili mac, brother.
Yeah, you really can't beat chili back, dude.
Yeah, that or chili with beans. That one that they had back in the day. I don't know if they still have it.
The worst
They're
one was
probably
definitely the egg.
oh the fucking veggie omelet.
Oh my god.
I'm all good, brother. I'm all set.
I remember you were living good if you got one of the peanut. What was they didn't have a different couple different kind of peanut butters or chocolate peanut butter. Remember?
Yeah, the chocolate peanut butter. Yep. Yep.
Good stuff.
But yeah, I mean, you couldn't really beat them. They're probably all vegan and shit now, though. So, just because the way everything's
Bro,
going.
guarantee it. In 20 years, there's going to be a commercial going on. If you ate the chili mac,
I fucking hope not. Because I beg, borrow, and steal for that motherfucker.
the water in Lejeune was just the start of it.
That or the other good one was the beef stew. That was a good one.
Yep.
Especially if you got the shits out there.
Oh yeah.
Those mashed potatoes in there, dude. Those would plug you right up. Those would plug you right up.
Indeed.
Handle that problem.
So I talked to Daughter Stack today a little bit.
Oh yeah.
He
How's old
uh
D? How's old Captain D doing?
he brought up that I should interview Stone,
I'd love to, man. I'd love to be in contact with that guy again. We
right?
talked for a while, and yeah, I don't know where he's at or anything. And yeah,
he's gonna be at Dan's house.
no shit.
Yeah, so he's trying to get it so we go out there and interview him.
Oh,
Something to
absolutely,
think
man.
about.
Yeah, no, absolutely, dude.
I mean, if you want, you could fly out to Logan and we just drive straight down to Jersey.
Yeah. When the hell is he gonna be out there?
I'll, if anything, we'll establish. I'll have you reach out to Dan and we'll get it down and you know, for a solid plan and we'll figure it out. But bro, wouldn't that be a fantastic interview?
Oh, dude. I mean, yeah, I remember it was the day after we got hit.
So let's talk about Stone. Wait. Who's Stone?
He was one of our interpreters, Afghan interpreters.
Not
Stone was,
only just an Afghan dude, he was the best of the best. That guy. So you could what something you need to be cognizant of over there is how your interpreter is deciphering the language to you because they can take liberties. They can say
yeah,
certain things. A lot of them let the job get to their head a little bit once they realize the power that they have.
mm-hmm.
And as you know, Stone was the best at it, and he didn't let villagers or local uh, powerful uh, village leaders, if you will, what do they call themselves? Elders.
Yeah,
Uh, take advantage of our leadership. He was pro America, if you will.
yeah, definitely. And yeah, and he took me in just like you guys did, just like right off the bat, and like I was like, who is this guy? He was awesome, dude. He still is awesome. And we were in contact for years and years after. Um, we all got home, but um I remember I got to talk to him on the sat phone the night after
They
we
got hit.
met him. Yeah. Yeah, the night after we medevac them, I talked to him on the phone, and he was just so like, and obviously he called me Doc, and he's like Doc, and it was like I fucking
Explain
had
that
to walk.
conversation a little bit, if you will, bro, because just to
I
give the people perspective, Stone, Captain Donnerstag, and Raphael took a hard hit, if you will,
Yeah,
and
and
yeah, they
Fry too,
hard hit.
because we medevac Fry too, because he got his bell rung pretty
Yep.
good.
So Fry, Captain Donnerstag, uh, Corporal Cervantes, and the interpreter Stone took a hard
Mhm.
hit, and they had to get a medevac out of the AO that we were in.
Yeah. Um, yeah, man. So when I talked to him that next day, it was probably the next day or day. The timeline's kind of,
Was
I,
he still in Afghanistan?
I believe they all still were. I think they
Okay.
were waiting on their flight to Germany.
So I assume they were probably at Leatherneck,
Yeah,
one of the main fobs.
I'm guessing it was Leatherneck. It was either that or Kandahar, one or
Okay.
the other.
So what was his composure? Was he steady or was he kind of still frazzled from the event, which I, don't blame him if he was.
No, dude, like because I remember being like, I got to talk to him for a minute because Barker came up to me at the phone. And he's like, "Hey, we got Stone on. You want to talk to him?"
He
I was like,
requested
"Fuck
to talk to you?
yeah,
Really?
yeah." And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I had to walk around the back of our building where we all slept. I had to walk because I was fucking, dude, I was in fucking tears
Oh, I'm sure.
talking to him. And I'm like, and he was too, on the phone. And I'm like, dude, and he's like, Doc, I love you. I love you. And I'm like, I will be your friend for the rest of your life, buddy. I'm like, you've been with this team longer than I fucking have. I was like, but dude, I mean, like, you're my brother. I was like, whatever you need, you know?
Crazy how emotional that was because we really weren't expecting that. You can't
Well,
really
yeah, I
plan
don't
for an
think
event
we
like
ever
that.
do, brother. I don't think we ever do.
And as men, we're not that emotionally open. If it's not the once again, that's not something you really train for or plan for.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. And fucking, yeah. And it was. And I mean, same thing like when I talked to Dan, to Donnerstag, Captain Donnerstag. I was back in California already, but I called him because I felt like I let him down. And I addressed that to him. I was like, I feel like I didn't do enough for you. And
Explain that a little bit.
I just, I don't know. It was a lot of it was the shit I was dealing with after being back. You know what I mean? And not supposed to fucking let your guys get hurt, but I mean, it happens, and there's not a whole lot you can fucking do about it. But yeah, and I called him and
Emily,
I was like, yeah, dude, this
turn that
is
down, please. Keep going.
yeah, no, and I was like, I told him I was like, I just feel like I let you down, like I didn't do enough for you. And he goes, I'm home right now, and we're on the phone. He told me that, and this was fuck 2000, maybe the beginning of 2012, because I was still in Pendleton. So yeah, it would have been about that time. And like I almost lost it on the phone with him, just
Of course you did, dude.
emotions and shit. And he's like, don't ever fucking think that. And he's like, you did everything you fucking could. He's like, everybody did that night. He's like, it was a fucking horrible night. And it was. Fuck. That's the last. I mean, yeah, we all signed up to go to fucking combat and,
Still,
do
that
our
man,
thing.
that man meant a lot more. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. He was, I mean, because you hear people talk about like leaders eat last and all that shit, and um he was definitely that guy. Like he would
The,
have went hungry if
the
we
crazy
didn't
thing
have,
to me, bro, is how humble he is now about that. Because, as you said, everyone always talks about their main leader, the guy that, shined the brightest. But I don't know if we give him enough credit, really. I don't know how to find words for it, to find adjectives to describe how just absolutely amazing that man was.
yeah, dude.
He pulled us out of more jams and dangerous situations. We were so lucky to have a competent leader out there leading us through the situations that we were in, brother. Because as you know, I mean, one misstep out there, one wrong call, brother, we're not leaving Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that man just put himself was the true definition of selfless.
yeah.
Um,
And one thing that, and I want to bring it up to him too, but and you can attest to this, obviously. Fucking, a lot of officers and leadership, they focus more on uniformity, like everybody's uniform is perfect, everybody, and we're all in line. He gave a fuck, dude. He was like, dude, we're getting the job done. I don't give
he
a
worried
shit,
about the
dude.
important things.
Yeah, I still have a picture of him in that fucking jersey short shirt that I don't
Oh, it's a
remember who
great
bought it
picture, dude.
for him. Yeah, and he's got a bandana on and shit. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
That was
he
him.
didn't give a shit. Yeah. Oh, I know. But I don't know. I don't remember who bought it for him. But yeah, that was like a huge thing because it's like, hey, man, we're out here. We're living in the shit. Like, he didn't give a fuck about, like, he's like, boys. we're out doing the damn thing. He's
That's
like,
why
I'm
every time we went to like the main fobs, we'd get in trouble for shaves and haircuts, dude. Because he
yeah,
didn't.
they tried to fucking remember that one time they almost didn't let us into the fucking chow hall
Yes.
because we were so fucking dirty. We're like, fuck you guys. Like, I
Well,
haven't
we're
showered
actually out there
fucking
doing shit, dude. Like you
yeah,
really gonna come at us for uniform regulations? Come on, dude.
yeah, right.
Guys that worry about that stuff in a combat theater worry me sometimes. Like, do you not see what's
Yeah,
going on right now? Like, you're
yeah,
gonna come at me for my shave? Dude, we don't even have running water.
yeah.
It,
I could set this water bottle out in the fucking sun and hopefully it heats up and I can maybe pour it over my head. Like,
crazy.
yeah, yeah, fucking. Because I remember, I
It's
think,
funny, dude.
'cause-
Every time we talk about Afghanistan or deployments, dude, he always comes up because it's impossible to
yeah,
talk about that stuff without bringing him up, dude. He That's why it hit so hard when that happened.
yeah, absolutely, dude, absolutely. I mean, I hold him in the highest fucking regard. Period. I mean, same with Stone. Like when we'd have to
Yeah,
go out on a
that's how we
PR.
started this. Stone. So
Yeah.
Stone and Donnerstag had a tremendous relationship.
Oh, they were, yeah, like Stone was basically like his, besides Wrath, Stone was like his right hand man. Like he was right by his side and like, I got you. But
The
like
importance
anytime,
of an officer and his and his interpreter is imperative over there, bro. And Stone really fit the bill.
yeah, yeah, he did. And fucking like when we get called out on the QRF, like he was like one of the, he'd almost beat
He'd
us to
always
the
be there,
truck.
dude.
Yeah, he'd almost beat us to the truck sometimes.
So in QRF is quick reaction force, and it's
Yeah,
when shit pops off at night, and you really just gotta run to the trucks and whatever you're wearing, get the guns up, get the Vic pack count going, and blast outside the wire and fucking go take care of the issue. And Stone would be the first one at the trucks.
yeah, he was. He was. He's like, let's go. Yeah, yeah, that'll be cool, man. Even just talk with them again,
Well, what I
because
was thinking is just get his perspective on what's going on in Afghanistan now, how he feels about us going over there doing what we did, and then just leave it, and then seeing it literally fall apart. I'm right there with you. Stand by.
sorry, brother.
Hold on.
Sorry, I had to get a tissue.
You're good.
Some of this is hitting, good. So,
So, yeah, Stowe, I'd love to get his perspective on that, just to see what he can attest to and what the local Afghan populace is dealing with right now.
yeah, definitely, dude. Because yeah, fuck, I can't even imagine where his head is, and he was so goddamn smart too. Like,
I remember he one time. So I remember we had to hire a Afghan contractor because we were in charge of patrolling two main highways. They were Route 606 and Route 1. And the
mhm.
Taliban was blowing up the highway, what, shit, every other day?
Yeah, it's the
So
most dangerous road in Afghanistan.
it was. So in our infinite wisdom, we needed to hire an Afghan contractor. And of course, that Afghan contractor would pay the Taliban with the money that we paid him to keep blowing up the roads. So he would have business, resourceful businessman at least.
Yeah,
Uh, Stone is the one that sniffed that out. And, you know,
yeah.
props to him because, doing stuff like that is really not something he had to do. He
No,
took his
not at
job
all.
seriously.
Dude, I remember him almost getting in fucking fist fights sometimes. It's like, whoa, Stone, calm down, calm down.
I know.
He was all about it, dude. And we were
Yep.
his boys, he was ours, Like he is family.
Yeah. Facts. All right. So that firefight that we got into was when I was in the gun um, with Captain D, and we went off. I think it was it was down Route 1, and I remember engaging with the enemy and my 50 cal going down, and Stone tapping my leg and trying to hand me a grenade.
Yeah, yeah. He's a fucking G, dude. He's a G.
Did you ever notice what his relationship was like with Thomas?
Um, I
You
don't
you
know if I
know who
ever.
I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, of course I know who you're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah,
Thomas, one of our other Terps. Yeah.
yep.
I don't know. I think I definitely Stone was the alpha
He
between the
almost
three
seemed
of
like
them.
he was a little jealous of over Stone because
Yeah,
Thomas was there first, and then Stone came around and kind of took his job from him.
yeah. But I mean, him and then Jay too.
J Bob, J Bob Fry,
Yeah,
he cracked me
fucking
up, dude. You're not even bringing up my boy Sammy, dude.
yeah. Well, no, Sammy was before me, bro.
That's right.
Sammy was before I got there. He left you guys, and I think that's why Stone came to the team.
You're right,
Yeah,
Sammy.
yeah. Even Jay,
Sleazeball.
like Jay, tried his damn hardest, man. And
Yeah,
fucking, I remember on one QRF, I grabbed my pistol and I handed it to him. And I'm like, we might need you on
might
this
need
one.
it. And he was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, he's like, how do I go? I'm like, just pull the trigger. It's loaded. Don't just not in our direction, please.
"Oh, good
Yeah.
shit." So, yeah, it would be good to get that interview in with you.
Yeah.
It would I'm sure it'd be nice for you to just to see Cap.
Well, that's been our goal this entire time. It's just life
No,
fucking
absolutely.
gets in the way and shit.
Yeah,
So,
but I know it's been rough with you because you haven't. Last time you saw him was that night.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that'd be big for you, and I can understand. You know, the feelings behind that. Trust me. But yeah, we'll work on getting that to fruition. Most definitely.
Hell yeah. I'm pretty much free right now. So,
So I don't know. Do you have anything off the top of your head you want to talk about?
fuck, man. I don't know. I mean,
What do you think about the Marine Corps? This is just one random one that I thought about. I think we talked about it briefly. The Marine Corps possibly taking Sir and Ma'am out of boot camp.
yeah. So I have that written down right here. So I was talking to my cousin Curtis, who's a former Marine. He got medically retired, got fucked up a little bit in Iraq. Um, and yeah, he brought that up to me, and he's a good old country boy, and he runs our one of the farms, one of the ranches, and so yeah, I mean, he's a cowboy, like Rip from Yellowstone can go
Oh
fuck
yeah.
off. Yeah, no. He's the real deal.
Oh, he's one of
But
those.
yeah, he brought that up, and he's like, "Can you fucking believe this?" And I was like, "Actually, the sad part is, right now, yeah, I can. Do I agree with it? Hell no, I don't agree with it." I'm like, that's ridiculous, dude. Because I'm sorry, I'd call you sir if I didn't know you and like accidentally bumped into you at the grocery store. I'd be like, "Oh, my
It's
bad,
just a
sir."
respect thing, though.
Yeah, it's
Why would you even? I don't, if that's what woke is attacking, the little things like that, like what is really the mission there? You know, like
yeah,
Sir and Ma'am is just a way to institute a form of respect uh, for them to. I don't know.
yeah. It's completely screwed, dude. I mean, because I still say it. I don't give a shit if I'm out in
Of course.
public and I'm like, I'll hold the door for someone. I don't care if they're 6 steps behind me and it's
No,
a
I hear you.
woman and they're right behind me. Like, I'll hold the door. I'm like, yeah, no, you go. No, it's okay, man. Thank you. You know what I mean? And I don't give a shit. If someone gets pissed off at me for being like, "Oh, thank you, sir," and they're like, excuse me," I'm gonna be like, excuse me. Like, what the fuck do you mean? I was like, I
No,
was
I hear
just
you.
being polite, man.
One of those things, man. I don't know. I don't know where this world is going nowadays, man. But yeah, so let's see here. So last time you saw Dan was in Afghanistan. The last
2011.
time when you saw shit, a lot of people was in Afghanistan for you, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
It's a rough one. That's something me and Mike brought up in the last podcast. Actually, it's a tough for a lot of guys. Is you know, just cutting off everyone when you either lat move to a different duty station or you get out of the military. It's really the last time you see a lot of people. And it's rough on a lot of guys because you get very, very close with, guys on deployments and you know, when you're stuck in a foxhole with a guy or fighting with a guy for months on end and you just break it off, it's like losing a girl.
Yeah, no shit. It
You know
is.
what I mean?
Yeah. And see, I got a little lucky when I got back because you guys left country before I did because I
Yep.
was an augment to you guys. But when I got back to Pendleton, it was guys that I deployed with before. So, it was kind of, and they're all still, buddies, most of them, to this day. And so that made it a little easier. But then I got, boop, you're
Yep.
going here now. I'm like, fuck. All right, cool. I guess that's what I'm doing.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah. Oh, you can't say that anymore, Nick.
What are they replacing it with?
I have no idea. Cockbag or something. I mean,
Something, dude.
might as well be
How does
worth
that
it.
even work?
Yeah.
Oh, what a mess.
Are
Yeah,
they allowed to
so
call them by their first names now and shit or what?
that doesn't work. Uh,
Yeah, I
what
know.
the wrong things they're focusing on, I'll tell you.
I know.
I follow a couple Marine pages on like Instagram and Facebook, obviously, and I see a lot of guys recently, like mostly infantry field guys, getting bad conduct discharges for hazing, dude. Like, listen, I get hazing is kind of from the old, yeah, kind of from the old core, the old field guys. But honestly, that's what makes you a good warrior is learning from your NCOs and going through shit like that. It builds character.
Yeah,
And
dude. And
go ahead.
like, so I have a really good quote, and I thought about this because I was thinking about all that, and I know all that. I wouldn't necessarily call it fucked up shit that we all did to each other, especially when you're the new guy. But the quote is, "When you are green, you grow. When you are ripe, you rot." Because you get those guys that all of a sudden they fucking know everything, and they're
Oh, of
usually
course.
the worst motherfuckers you want around. You're like, no,
Absolutely.
yeah,
They tend to get dealt with quickly and swiftly.
yeah. Like, I mean, allegedly duct taped to a mattress and thrown off the back of the barracks. I don't know. I said allegedly.
But well, yeah, I've seen. I guess the Marine Corps is really harping on a lot of guys like that. And to give someone like that with no pattern of misconduct, just a bad conduct discharge because of, come on, hazing
Being a
Marines.
fucking Marine. Yeah,
Now,
just
when
being
you
a
say
fucking
hazing, I
Marine.
call it training.
Yeah.
Come on, you build the warrior. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
when your engine in your car starts making noise, you don't talk to it nicely. You fucking work on it, right?
Absolutely, well put.
You tear into it and you fucking work on it.
Yeah. I saw something interesting. So I follow, as I said, I follow a lot of Marine pages and military pages, and I pay attention closely to the Jocko Willick podcast.
Mhm.
And I don't know who it was by name, but he was an older gentleman, so I assumed possibly an officer. Maybe he has a lot of prominent people on his podcast, so who knows? Maybe a general, someone that led guys in combat for sure. They were talking, and he said people, leaders especially, that are in combat and are worried about going home are worthless warriors. Because, and I know that's a heavy statement,
Yeah,
and
that's deep, but
but if you're worried about going home when you're fighting the fight, as you know, you're not an effective warrior.
yeah.
That's why he tend to say like guys like you know in that position kind of accept death
Mm-hmm.
to or the final sacrifice to be an effective piece in combat operations. You know,
Yeah.
and I don't know. That hit
Well,
me hard when I heard that.
yeah. Well, and like, you know, and it is too, like I forget who the hell I was talking to, but the sense of humor that comes out when we're like, we're either in the shit or we're getting ready to get in the shit. Cause I remember my fucking first day out with you guys. It was me and LeClaire, and we were over here, and we are like, okay, because
Oh,
there was
Leclerc's
those
a bad
sniper
one.
heights. There was those sniper heights, and I was like, dude, I have to piss. And I was like, if I get shot right now, make it sound way cooler. And he just fucking laughed, and I was like, well, I gotta piss, dude. And then there was that one time with you, I forget where the hell we were, but because I always carried beef jerky, the little
Oh
Jack,
yeah.
and like we were taking contact. We were on an IED or some shit. And we were setting security, and we thought we were about to get hit. And you're like, "Hey, Chris," and I'm like, "What's up, bro?" You're like, "Got any of that beef jerky?" I'm like,
Oh yeah.
"That's what you're fucking worried about right now, bro."
Gotta eat, brother.
I'm like, "Put rounds down range. That's what you're best at. Come
Eh.
on." That and lifting heavy shit.
When you told me that story, dude, it cracked me up. I had totally forgotten about that, but you bring me back with things like that. It's good shit.
Yeah, but no, like, so it's kind of on what you were talking about with the Jocko. Sorry, I'm having
No, you're
me
fine.
some bush lattes when that Jocko one. But another good quote I heard, I was listening to at SHOT Show. They had a suicide awareness, and they had a big panel. It was Dakota Meyer, Tim Kennedy, all them on there. But a leader's led by his men, and that's one thing fucking Cap had. That's one thing Donnerstag had. Like, if he didn't know, he had no problem being like, "Hey, what do you guys think?" Instead of
Sure.
just being like, "Nope, this is it. This is the way it is." He's like, "Hey, what do you guys think?"
Very
Because
humble dude.
good leaders led by his men,
Made him a
you know.
very effective leader.
And fucking the best leader. He's the best leader I've ever had in the military, and I did, fucking what, 15 years, almost 15
Huh.
years. Or no, not 15. Sorry, the other three were in the reserve, so I didn't do dick. So, but
Still,
yeah,
that's a bold statement, man. To be the best leader. I mean, he really was, man. I hate harping on this. I seem to always, no matter what we're talking about, I always go to how much of a badass leader Donnerstag was. But shit, it was true, man.
yeah, no, it absolutely, dude.
I got to
And
get
he
more
was,
content with him just to get his perspectives out there and have people see him because he's such a stud.
yeah, well, like some of the shit he pulled off in country, like, I mean, good God, dude, like the stuff he'd do, you're like, what? Hold on, no, you're not the one supposed to be doing that. That's
Bro, he
supposed to be
made me
the
feel like a chump, dude. I would always be his gunner, so I would have to be looking for these IEDs, and he would constantly find them before me, dude. Oh,
and then he's just out of the fucking truck.
yeah.
Like when he cut that command wire that one time.
Which
Do you
time?
remember that? Yeah, right. But yeah, it's like, no, you're not supposed to be the one doing that.
But
We're
shit,
the
if if
expendable
he
ones.
if he hadn't, we'd be blown to fucking the moon. That's
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean, dude. Selfless.
yeah. He's definitely the epitome of a fucking marine and a goddamn leader.
Yep, absolutely. And honestly, he put a great example out there for us, bro. I wanted to be like him, you know,
Absolutely.
and ultimately that's what a leader needs to do. Set the example. Do the
Yeah.
things that you have to do when you have to do them, even when you don't want to. That was him.
Yep. And again, I'll reflect back on that. He didn't give a shit what we did. He's like, as long as your weapons are clean and you boys are ready to go when we need to go, that was it. Because it
Yeah.
was just, we were living in shit, and he probably had the best sense of humor out of all of us, which is saying something. he loved fucking pranks and all that shit
Yeah,
too.
he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He
did.
was like, I don't care. He's like, as long as we're doing what we got to do, he's like, you boys just stay out of trouble. And we're like, well, it's hard to get in trouble here. Even,
Well,
there might have allegedly been a fist fight or two.
one or two.
Yeah. And it's just, I'm like, I got it. It was either me or Dre, like, we're right here. They're not going to get that fucking hurt. Let them work it out because that night we're out fucking, running and, you want to make sure, like, if you have an issue with someone, bring it the fuck up. And if it comes to fucking throwing a fist, that's what it comes to. But you figure it out. We were fucking like, we were talking about like, this new generation and shit. Fuck, that would never
Yeah.
happen. Dude, half of our fucking team would have been fucking,
Yep.
we'd all been going to fucking, yeah, we'd all been getting
Court
kicked the
martial through
fucking,
and through.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't take things to the tree line anymore, bro.
Yeah, no, there's no tree line. Not
No.
anymore.
Well, hey, so we're running out of time, Chris. This is we're gonna have to cap it at I think we're almost at an hour. Um,
That
but
fucking went by quick.
I know, right, dude? But great talking with you, man.
Absolutely, dude.
We'll do it again. We're gonna have some guests coming up here soon on the show, and we're gonna definitely get you involved in that. But great first podcast with your face.
Yeah, yeah,
Finally
I'm
got
here, bro.
show those pearly whites to the chat
Yeah,
here.
ain't so pearly. I chewed too much Copenhagen,
Well,
dude.
thanks for calling in, buddy. We'll talk soon and Semper Fi.
Yeah, Semper Fidelis, brother.
All right, brother. We'll talk.
I love you.
Yeah, love you too.